Hey, it's Russ and Emily. We're coming to you today to talk to you about Pella Lifestyle Series and our newest PellaCast. We're going to talk to you today about innovation, and we're going to talk about all 37 time-tested innovations with the Pella Lifestyle Series product.
We are not going to talk about all 37 time-tested innovations. We're going to hone in on a few, but did want to point out that, when we think about 37, that seems like a lot of innovations, and some of those are really things that we've used for decades, that we almost take for granted as innovations. Things like our tilt wash feature for hung units, like the cladding, the aluminum cladding on the exterior of our windows. Those are all part of that package of 37 time-tested innovations that we can and should be talking about, that are all part of this evolution that we've had of the Pella Lifestyle Series.
That's right, and one of them that we don't even have on display here today is roll screen, right? So there's a ton of them that you may not even see or that we even have here today, but the few that we want to focus on today deal with our triple pane option, and one of them would be the blinds and shades, right? So there's a lot of great things to talk about blinds and shades, and it's a unique product, right? We've had it for several years. So when you're talking to a homeowner, for instance, about blinds and shades, we need to make sure that we obviously reach them at the point of what they want. So what I mean by that is that you need to ask if blinds and shades are important to them, or maybe take a look around their home, see if they have any curtains or Venetian blinds, things they want updated for new window fashions. And if they do, blinds and shades would be a great option for them to add into the triple pane option. But remember, it's a triple pane option. They don't need to have blinds and shades. But if they do, it's important to point out the features, benefits, and advantages to that. And that's part of that feature advantage benefit sheet that we made available to you. Now, when they do the blinds and shades in the window or in the triple pane option, just remember that it increases a lot of different things: sound, energy efficiency, aesthetics, and it's a great innovation.
And that's if they have the blinds and shades.
And that's if they have the blinds and shades, yes, definitely. So within that, I know you wanted to talk a little bit about the contractor and the architect, how they would talk to the customer. I don't know if you want to reach the HGP and how it functions, or if you want to cover how you would talk to them about the blinds and shades.
Yeah, in thinking specifically about offering the option of a blind or a shade, it is a fantastic upsell opportunity for our contractors and builders. We always want to speak to them from the angle of what's going to help them earn more money, give them more potential for growth, and being able to sell more product on a project typically helps them to do that, especially if they're operating in a cost plus type of a situation, or if they're interested in a sale after the sale. So we could talk to them about purchasing a Lifestyle Series triple pane product and then adding a blind or a shade down the road, especially if they're building a new home. Those homeowners are going to be purchasing blinds or shades at some point. They're going to want privacy. That's a main functional need we address both in replacing and in new construction, or that they need to address. And so they may as well get those blinds or shades from you or from your contractor, so the contractor makes the money on those. Custom blinds and shades are what people really seem to go for these days, and custom blinds and shades are expensive, can be into the thousands and thousands of dollars. And so we can fill that need, or our contractors can fill that need, put more money in their pocket, differentiate themselves from other contractors selling in those neighborhoods. That is not to mention, if they're going to do that triple pane unit for a potential blind or shades sale in the future, they're also going to have a home that has more energy efficiency and better sound. But we'll address those in another PellaCast episode.
That's right, that's right. But moving into that, let's actually talk about how the HGP functions. So obviously this is a unique to the triple pane option of the Pella Lifestyle Series product. So let's actually show you guys how this operates in case you haven't seen it before, but also where those blinds or shades are being housed within this triple pane option. So there are hidden latch releases, so Emily's going to demonstrate.
Yep, so you just take, we have a small Pella Lifestyle Series screwdriver here, which are orderable for all of you, so you could provide those with with a Lifestyle Series order if you'd like.
I believe those are available on the e-store, correct? So you can order those on the e-store if you'd like.
And I know some branches are providing these with any Lifestyle Series order, but we really wanted it to be easy for our contractors to explain to their homeowners and for homeowners to use. So someone may have like a small set of screwdrivers in their kitchen drawer like I do, or a set of Allen wrenches. So they could use that. And then
So yeah, let's first talk about how it operates or how you would use it, and then let's talk about why it would be important to point this out to both the homeowner or whoever your customer might be. So you would simply insert that screwdriver into those hidden latch releases, and remember they're hidden for aesthetic purposes, and it would simply pop one side open, and then it would pop the other one open wherever those hidden latch releases are, and it would hinge open. Now this is a hopper style, remember, and we've got the release on the top. Or I'm sorry, what's that called? I forget.
the restrictor arm.
The restrictor arm. I wanted to say release, but that's not right. So the restrictor arm, if...
There we go.
Yep, and that's how it would simply operate. And then to close it, it would actually come off there if needed. To close it, you would simply reattach the release, and that is how the HGP would function, hinge glazed panel. So it's important to note that your homeowner only needs to know what's necessary to them. So when you're pointing it out to the customer, I don't know if it's necessarily important to disassemble the entire HGP in front of a customer, especially if you're uncomfortable with how that actually would come apart. So I highly recommend showing them how that would open with the hidden latch releases, and then showing them the restrictor arm, and then how the blinds and shades would be incorporated into that. And then should they ever need to get inside of that HGP and clean, that's how they would do it. But I would caution that there's really not going to be, it's not going to be necessary to do that very often. It doesn't get very dirty or dusty in there, but it's important to point that out to them so that they're aware of how that opens and where the blinds and shades are, and then how that restrictor arm actually works should they need to get inside there.
Yeah, and from a contractor perspective, they just want to know that they're not going to get any callbacks, that they can contact us, that it is easy to use and easy to deal with if the occasion arises that someone needs to get in there. They're just really concerned that they don't want to get a callback on functionality. So one other thing I wanted to touch on, unless you have anything that has to do with that our patented triple pane technology here, is one more upsell opportunity here for our contractors would be motorizing those blinds or shades. We have the option of adding instinctive technology and motorizing those, and I think so often, you know, we think so big. We want that opportunity to be the whole house, but I think we have opportunities with new builds, especially when you're always looking at a whole home, to just motorize potentially even just a few windows. You know, maybe the ones that are really high to reach, the ones that they may want some automatic pre-programmed functionality of those blinds or shades raising and lowering via our app. So they could do room by room solutions with that as well, whether that be blinds or shades just in some rooms on one side of the house, motorization just in one room, or on some sides of the house. So keep all of those things in mind, whether a whole home's being replaced, and as you're walking through that window by window, retail reps when you're doing your walk around, or for those of us on the trade side when we're pricing a whole home of windows. Looking for those opportunities is super valuable to our contractors, but to our homeowners as well.
Yeah, I think it's great to kind of sum up everything that we just covered. You know, you mentioned a patented triple pane design. You also mentioned that we're talking about innovation, but the best part about it was room by room solutions, right? So you don't necessarily have to do triple pane throughout the whole home, right? You can still do dual pane, triple pane. The nice thing is the aesthetics and the way that the innovations have all run together. You know, when we talk about 37 time-tested innovations, that's across the Pella Lifestyle Series product line. So, you know, it's great. Now we're talking about instinctive technology. There's so many great things about these products. Hopefully we've given you several ideas to speak to your homeowners, contractors, builders, whoever your customers are. And I don't know if you have anything else to sum up what we talked about today or not.
Just look for the opportunities. They don't always know to ask. They don't know what the innovations are. They don't know what the newest, latest, and greatest is. So regardless of the type of customer, we need to look for those and look for opportunities to sell those.
Right, and know your customer. So know what you're talking to your customer about. That's pretty important. So if they don't need to hear it, probably don't need to tell them too much about it. They may not be interested in it, all right?
Absolutely.
So it's a great product. Hopefully we're out there selling it. Hopefully we've given you some great pointers and tips. And we look forward to hearing from you. Let us know if you have any feedback. Thanks a lot.
See you next time.